Black Captain America, huh?
Damn right. We built this country. Bled for it. I'm not gonna let anybody tell me I can't fight for it. Not after what everybody before me went through.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hello, hello, hello. How are y'all doing out there? Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. It's going down today. Man, this year has flown by. It's pretty much over. December the 11th of 2022 before we kick it into this 2023. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Let me know how I'm looking. Let me know how I'm sounding, all that good stuff. And yeah, after this one, guys, we only have 2 more shows left in 2022. Actually, I'm just not realizing that Christmas falls on Sunday, 2 weeks from today. So I don't know if I'm gonna be doing the show 2 weeks from today. I may just do it either that following Monday or the previous Saturday. Just FYI, I just came up with that right now. But hello, all of you guys. How are you doing out there? Again, thank you so much for coming into the room, to this chat, to this live, to this Movie News Roundup show number 88. I really, really, really do appreciate it. I see that we have 42 people watching right now, so hopefully I can get 42 thumbs up. I hope that everybody had a great day today, had a great weekend. Hopefully you got all your grocery shopping done. You got your workout done. You got your food cooked, your clothes washed, folded, and put away. Hopefully, you know, if you got to still iron your clothes for work, you got all that done. You enjoying your football and getting close to the playoffs. Cowboys won today. It came down to the last minute. And I watched a good portion of the game today. So I watched the first 2 quarters. I got busy on the third, and I was able to come in right at the end to catch like the last few minutes of the Cowboy game. I was like, wait a minute, how y'all losing to them? They only won 1 game. Like, what's going on? And excuse me, but we was able to pull it off. I see my dad's in the chat. That's what's up. I know he happy. You know, he got that out the way. Like, hey, well, the Cowboys won. Let me go mess with Brandon now. As you can see, I'm still a little congested from last week, but I'm like in 99%. You know what I'm saying? So I'm almost there. Got a few more Dayquil, NyQuil capsules I'm going to pop after this. But yeah, I'm almost there. So guys, again, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Let me just go ahead and just start shouting you lovely people out right now. Oh, here comes a cough. I swear I was not coughing like that, you know, all day. But first, we have in the room, who we got? We have Kenny Pierce in the building. What's going on? What's going on, Kenny? How you doing? How you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Also have the Wakanda Forever. Man, always blessing your boy with the super chats. I really do appreciate it.
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Okay, I'll tell you.
Thank you, the Wakanda Forever, for the $10. Hey, B, I literally just got home from watching Loudmouth, okay. Documentary on Al Sharpton. One of the best films I've ever seen. Now, I'm not ashamed to admit it. I cried at the end after the show runs to the theater. Okay, Wakanda Forever. Thank you for that. I don't think I can go after the show today, but hold on. Are you talking about the Al Sharpton that? This okay. Are you talking about this Al Sharpton? This guy. Hold on. Let me why the screen not sharing? Hold on. Oh, I gotta add it. There we go. Are you talking about this guy, Al Sharpton? Okay. I mean, I have my opinions on the man, you know, but I'm just surprised that we got a documentary on him and it made you cry. So it must be really good. I'm gonna have to put that on the list. If you guys have seen this documentary, we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. I got another documentary review is coming up soon, but thank you for Wakanda Forever. Cynthia Charles in the building. Hello, JM Owens. Thank you, Cynthia, for being here. I appreciate it. Elvin Crosby. I still like Black Adam. It's not the best film, but it's a lot of fun. Right on, right on. Thank you, Elvin. What's going on, Zia Latrice? Hey, y'all, be sure to like the video. Thank you, Zia, for being here. OG moderator. Thank you, thank you. Papa Avery in the building. What's going on? Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dad. Afternoon, B. Avery. It's funny hearing my dad call me B. Avery. He's being silly. I see Will Smith movie is now on Apple Plus. Yes, I think I was talking to Mom about that either yesterday or the day before. I said I will never patronize him again. Canceling people. That's horrible, Dad. Is this a 10? If not, I'll pass, even though I'm on a trial period. Well, take advantage of that trial period, Dad. It's not a 10. I gave it a 9. But the reviews are mixed. Some people like it. Some people don't like it. Some people are in the middle. I actually love the film. The Wakanda Forever, you cried at the end of the documentary. What was it called? Loudmouth. I cried at the end of this movie. It got me emotionally. But Dad, check it out. We'll talk about it. I really want you to support the film. And thank you for the super chat. Yes! Wait a minute. That's $20. I'm tripping. Yes, keep it gangster. And Ice Cube is one of the topics we're going to be talking about today. But Dad, thank you again. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. God's child in the building. What's going on? What's going on? Torian, what's going on, sir? How you doing? How you doing? Keep up the great content. What's up, Kaylin? How you doing? What's good? What's good? Professor Fam. Hello. Happy holidays. What's up, Mr. Soto? Hey, hey, I can't even talk. Sup? How y'all doing? We good over here. What's going on? Thank you, Soto. Brill David in the building. Brandon, my brother, you are so talented and a special rare man. I hope you're feeling better, and let's have a great show. You handsome goat. Thank you. Brill, are you a woman or a man? I'm just curious, but thank you for the compliment. I do appreciate it, and thank you for being here. Young Nine, hey, what's going on? Miss Harper in the building. Hey, what's going on, Miss Harper? Hello, Brandon and Jammo crew. You just seem so nice with the profile pic, just like, like I love it. Thank you for being here, Miss Harper. Thank you for being here. Suburbia Jones, boom. What's good? Thank you for being here. Travis Looney, what's up? Tamika's Den, hey. Rebecca, how you doing? Mr. Alfonso, James Cameron, best VFX ever, but that doesn't make the movie good. Just makes it easy to look at, past the fact that is not original and the characters are not memorable. We're gonna talk about it, but thank you for being here, Mr. Alfonso. I appreciate it. What's going on, Lawrence? Hey, what's up? Boy Versus in the building. What's good? How you doing, superhero? IMAX, yes, all that. Steven Lawless in the building. Dane C, what's going on? Hoove Smash, what's going on? Cowboys Nation, yes. Phyllis Avery in the building. Got the couple in the chat. Married 42 years, y'all. 42 years. Mama and Papa Avery in the building. I love it. And we also have a Relax and Chill TV. So no Wonder Woman. We are definitely going to be talking about it. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to ask Ron for some help real quick.
News team, assemble!
Already, Ron. I really do appreciate it.
Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary.
Your boy Ron really be coming through in the clutch, helping me out. So y'all know what that means. I already have a guest backstage, and they are coming on right now. If I can find their... Okay, here we go.
I lived my entire life waiting for this moment. Indingo Indidaka! Unyanaka Njobu! I found my daddy with panther claws in his chest. Nah, I'm your king. Come on.
Yes. It is Larry with Today I Feel Like, aka Killmonger, the rightful ruler of Wakanda. How you doing, sir? Hello, how are you?
Oh man, I am good, man. I love that intro.
I do too. I made it just for you, sir. I made it just for you. But man, how's your day, man? How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Been productive,
Already. You got a football team you cheering for?
I'm sort of a Denver fan. That's why I kind of roll with. Originally I'm from LA, but they dogged us out for so many years. We didn't have a team for like 17, 18 years. And, the Raiders would come, the Raiders would go, the Rams would come, the Rams would go. So it was like after a while, I didn't have a team for long enough. I said, I'm just going to roll with Denver. And
gotcha.
So that's how I've been kind of rolling with. But you know, I have my in-laws in Denver, so that's kind of my connect. That's kind of how I went through there. But I don't really have like a deep emotional connection with the team. I need a team that I feel that way. I need a team like you feel for Dallas. You know, somebody can have a team that's so bad with a horrible owner, but still love them because they have that emotional attachment.
I was about to say that, man. I was riding a car yesterday, like, man, do I want to throw the Cowboys down the trash because of Jerry? But you know, we can talk about that later. But how are how are the Broncos doing again? How are they? Or
man, they're not doing all that great this year, but you know what it is. So
I got you.
Is my audio still a little not crisp?
It's a little echoey, but you know we can make it work.
Really?
Yeah,
On,
I mean it's not bad. It's just not as you usually got that crisp audio. And so I ain't gonna make a big deal about it. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if this is your first time finding me today, this is Larry with Today I Feel Like, member of the team. If you like what him and myself has to say on today's show, you can follow both of us on social media. Our handles are on the screen. His information is in the description box of this video. And like always, he is on my channel tab. Top row right there. Here's his channel. Let's help this man get to that next milestone of 60,000 subscribers. And any other commentary before we get started, good sir?
Oh, man. Commentary. There's always commentary. But nah, man, let's get it cracking.
Nice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to thank you again so much for tuning in to the Movie News Roundup show number 88. 12 more, and then we'll be at 100. If you love what we are having to say today, I know, man, I know. Everything that we will be discussing today will be in the description box of this video with their respective links for you to read at your own leisure. We're going to be going down that line topic by topic. I don't know if I like that background. How you feeling about this one right here? I'm going to change it to this one right here for the first topic.
Let's change it to that.
Also, if you want an audio only podcast or version of this podcast, of this live stream, that is in the description box as well, the Buzzsprout link. We are on SoundCloud and all of these platforms that you see right here. And just to make it easier for you, that's what Buzzsprout looks like. And that's what SoundCloud looks like. So go ahead and please download that. It would really, really help your boy out. And then to all my lovely, lovely moderators out there, please, 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 please. Protect the chat as best as you can. And also, I want to let you know, I haven't blocked anybody today, but YouTube is flagging a number of you guys' comments because of the profanity. I don't mind it, but I'm just saying if you put up a comment and you don't like abundance, it says Broncos are ass. I had to show this one. And so I just want to let you guys know. Also, Savage.
Yeah, man, use those hashtags, use the asterisk marks and the @ signs and all that stuff, you know, so that you can get your point across without getting blocked.
Right. I don't mind profanity as long as it's not towards somebody. And like Savage, it says, well, you are not effing with the Chargers. LOL. Actually, you put the effing word. So I'm just saying it's not going to show their comment unless I click a button. Just FYI. But Larry, again, thank you for being here, sir. I do appreciate it.
And no, I don't mess with the Chargers. People need to understand that when it's California, you understand being from Texas too. When you come from a big state, you have multiple teams. So it's not like some states where you have one team for the whole state and everybody gets down with it. We had, you figured California at one point we had like 4 or 5 NFL teams. We had the Rams, the Raiders, the 49ers, the Chargers, so you picked your team and roll with it. You didn't just grab another one because it was the next thing in California. So, but I can't hear you. You're muted, B.
I'm muted, cut my camera off. I said they flagging all y'all's comments. They don't like the word ass either. So just FYI. Damn. Also got a cash out from Vicky Harper. Is this Vicky? Is that Miss Harper? $10. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. So thank you. Y'all showing me love today. I really do appreciate it. So Larry, we got this first topic, man. Dealing with Ice Cube And it's funny because I sent this out earlier in the week. And you replied with a long paragraph. And I glanced at it and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to read it right now, hoping that it comes on Sunday. So I imagine that you're pretty passionate about this, man. So topic number 1 coming from Variety. And it says, Ice Cube says Warner Brothers won't give him Friday rights and he's not buying them. F no. I'm not paying for my own stuff. And guys, I want to let you know that if you're watching this via live on the replay, there's a link to this down in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. Let's get into this. Ice Cube wants full control of the Friday franchise, but he says Warner Brothers is standing in his way. Appearing on the most recent episode of Mike Tyson's Hotboxing podcast, it's so funny, Cube urged the studio to give him the rights to the franchise and rejected the possibility of buying the rights from the studio himself. Cube starred in and co-wrote 3 Friday movies, all which were produced and distributed by New Line Cinema. Warner Brothers now owns New Line, so Cube can't move forward on a 4th Friday movie without the studio's blessing. I don't know. Warner Brothers is weird right now, Cube said when asked about the 4th Friday movie, which is to be titled Last Friday. I don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. We love to have it back. I think it's going to be close to a time when we get it back. So we'll either wait for that time or we'll keep trying to convince them that they need to let us control the movie. It's my movie, but they have distribution control. When Tyson asked Cube if he would just pay to have the rights back in his control, Cube responded, I ain't putting shit up. Fuck no. They need to give it to me, and they're going to make money. I'm not about to pay for my own stuff. That's stupid. They need to do the right thing, get it to us, let us turn it into money and make the fans happy. We can do a lot with it. Variety reached out to Warner Brothers for further comment. Cube revealed earlier this. Actually, I'm going to stop right there because I know what they're about to get into. But Larry, how are you feeling about this so far? Do you think that Cube is right or wrong about this? Do you think Warner Brothers should give them the rights? And they're under new management. How are you feeling about all this?
Hell no. Cube is dead wrong on this, man. Cube is dead wrong. And here's the thing. This brother knew when he signed those contracts what he was signing over. It wasn't like he was a young buck when he started doing Friday movies. And on top of that, when he did Friday, he had already gone through a similar situation where he had signed bad contracts and lost some of his rights when he dealt with NWA and Eazy-E and Jerry Heller and all them. So he knew he needed to read those contracts. He knew he needed to get in with a good attorney. And if he signed an onerous contract because he wanted to get his movie made, that's on him. You can't sell your project to somebody and then years later get mad because they don't want to give it back to you. And I gave this example in our thread. I said, imagine that you go buy a car. You go buy a brand new Ford Bronco or something. You think this thing is dope. You got the new convertible joint. You're flossing. And Ford comes and says, hey, man, we want our car back. We built it. It's ours. We built it. We designed it. We put it together. We design it's our car. This is our name's even on it. We want our car back. And you say, no, I bought it. It's mine. No, we want it back. So you say, okay, fine. Just pay me the money I paid for it. Pay me. You can have it back. And they're like, F no. It's ours. Just give it back to us. You would be like, you're out of your cotton picking mind. I paid for this. This is mine. This is my property. I bought this. You don't get to have it back for free just because you want it. Hell no. That to me, this idea of these artists nowadays thinking that what the labels do and what the studios do have no value to them, and they should just be able to get all of their intellectual property back when they feel like it is completely asinine. I mean, 99% of these artists out there would not be able to get their movies made, their records produced, or anything if they did not have the financial backing, the legal backing, the distribution networks of these labels and these studios. And if they don't recognize that, or if they do recognize it, but after they get big, they think like, oh, I can do it on my own now. Well, cool, do it on your own moving forward. But the stuff you already sold, you sold it. It's not yours anymore. Wait the 35 years until the copyrights revert back. Until then, be quiet.
Okay. Thank you, Larry. I'm gonna have to listen to the whole podcast that Mike Tyson has this hotboxing because I want a little bit more details on what's going on. On the surface, my response is, well, Cube, if they have the rights, they have the rights. But I don't understand like what he wants exactly. Like, did he write a script for part 4 and they don't like what's the like? To my understanding, they've always had the rights. The rights were never in his hands, even when New Line owned it. It was still a studio that owned the rights to the film. He wrote it, made it, acted in it, directed, whatever. Well, he didn't direct the first one, and he got paid for it, and the studio made their cut of it as well, like always. So I don't unnecessarily understand what the difference is now. I just don't get it. I mean, there's some information that we just don't have. And why can't he just make the movie now anyway with Warner Brothers? Like, why does he want to have full control over it now if he never had full control over it before? Or maybe he did. I don't know. But and I don't even know if he sold it. Like why? He's smarter than that. You can't just sell something and want it back for free. So I'm just kind of confused right now on, even if Warner Brothers does have it, why he still can't make the film.
I don't know what his contract looks like. I mean, he might have sold them the rights to Friday movies, so it may be that anything that has the Friday name attached to it, he can't make it without them. That might be what it is. It might be that he can make a movie very similar to it, but he might not be able to make movies with the characters that have the same names. He might not be able to have like Friday in the title. He might be able to make a movie that has the same, the same theme and the same story that he maybe wrote a script for already, but he can't probably call it what he needs to call it and have the characters named what they need to be named so people can recognize it as a part of the Friday franchise. So, I mean, there's ways around it. I mean, if you look at James Bond, there was a period of time when James Bond, there was some contract issues there, and they made 2 or 3 Bond movies that were not officially part of the Bond franchise because of those contract issues. They were made with a different studio. There's ways to do it. But I mean, without seeing his contract, I don't know exactly what's up. But all I say is I keep hearing about all these artists that are upset and they want their rights back. And it's like, you signed your rights away. I get it. When you sign this stuff, maybe you didn't have the money to make these projects on your own. Maybe because of technology today, it's a lot cheaper to make these projects on your own. And so you're more willing to do it, where in the past you just didn't have the money to do it. And you signed these onerous contracts, but you signed them. And as a consequence, you made millions and millions and millions of dollars. So you can't begrudge the studios for wanting to make their money and continue to make their money,
Yes, sir. Shout out to Amara as well in the chat, another moderator in the building. What's going on, ma'am? Yeah, Cube, you can't just get it for free if that's what you want. I don't understand that. I do want to see a Last Friday. Do you want to see one, Larry? I know a lot of people have passed. John Witherspoon has passed. Debo.
I don't think Chris
the
Tucker's
short
coming back.
The short guy from the first one.
Oh yeah, that dude. He just passed this year, I think.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah,
I don't think Chris Tucker's interested in coming back. He's moved in a different place in his life. He's already said he's not interested in playing that whole sort of weed head type dude.
I got you. Natalie is begging for a Friday till Saturday. Thank you so much, man, for the super chat for the $1.99.
The last one wasn't all that great,
appreciate
man.
It. I appreciate the super chat, Natalie. Thank you so much. Thank you. It was still good though.
It was just okay. It wasn't enough to make me be like, "Ooh, I can't wait for the next one."
Let me ask you this: I would be disappointed if we didn't get one more Friday. Would you be disappointed?
If they come out with another one, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not gonna be disappointed if we don't get another one. It's not a film that I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see that, or it's on my list. It's just like, okay, if we get it, we get it. If we don't, then there's a lot of other content. But I do want to say this about people out there who always want to crap on the studios and the labels and think that they're just a bunch of greedy, just money hungry folks. And here's the thing, is that these people are putting up hundreds of millions of dollars so that they can make movies and TV shows for us to enjoy and for them to make money and and everyone else to make money off of. But the vast majority of those films that they produce, that they fund, don't make money. The vast majority of them don't. That's why they have a term called a tentpole. Because if you have a big Marvel movie that's a tentpole film for you, that movie is going to make enough money to fund all the other crap that doesn't make money. It's sort of like if you are an NCAA D1 team, your team, that football team or that basketball team, all the money that team is generating is help funding all the other sports that aren't making money. It's going to help fund the lacrosse team. It's going to help fund, the women's soccer team. It's going to help, fund the men's, rowing team, all that other stuff. Those tentpole movies are helping keep the studio going and fund all those other projects. That's why it's such a big deal when you have a little indie film that's made for $2-3 million and it comes out and it makes $30-40 million. That's why there's always such a big deal about it, because that's not the norm, And a lot of these studios also make TV shows. And when you just look at how much it costs to make a TV show, and you have a TV pilot, and out of all those pilots, you may have 50, 75 pilots, and they may only get 15 of them picked up. That's a lot of money that was spent in that every year. So I'm not going to begrudge the studios or the labels or anybody else for trying to make their money. I mean, that's what this is. It's show business. Everybody wants to make their money, just like the artists want to make their money.
Is that your final comments?
Yeah, that's my final comments.
Cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you let us know what you think about this. Are you team Warner Brothers / New Line, or you team Cube? Did you like the Friday movies? Do you want to see more? Will you be disappointed if we do not get a last Friday? Like I said, I would. And since we spoke about money, it only made $33 million worldwide, the last one, but it was still profitable because it was cheap as hell, $10 million. So again, let us know. And if you're watching this via live on the replay, there's a link down to this article in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. Now let's go ahead and move on to topic number 2. Coming from the same source, Variety. They are one of the trades. They do have all the good stuff. And I want to see a part 4 of this movie as well. And hopefully we will get one. Topic number 2, coming from Variety. Jackie Chan says Rush Hour 4 is in the works. Recalls fight with Bruce Lee. I wanted him to hit me again. And I have a great question, and I'm going to ask y'all about that. The legendary martial arts star made the announcement at the Red Sea International Film Festival in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, where he spoke about his upcoming projects and 60 years of film career in front of a crowd of adoring fans who regularly interrupted the talks to shout out questions, congratulate him on his honorary Oscar, and ask him to sing. He was happy to oblige with a quick burst. I can't help falling in love with you, explaining that he learned to sing so that he can be able to do something for his fans that wouldn't involve fighting moves. Chief spoke about some of his past. It doesn't matter to me. I pretend. Well, Chan spoke about humble beginnings, earning 80 cents a day, jobbing stuntman. It was in this capacity he first met Bruce Lee when the superstar hit him during a stage fight. Chang says Lee was shocked and Chan played up his injury to get sympathy. As a stunt guy, you can get hit every day, Chan said. It doesn't matter. I pretend I'm hurt, and then he comes to help me. I'm sorry, he says, the whole day and the whole night. And every time I turn around, I see Lee looking if I'm okay. I wanted him to hit me again. Chan got extra work as a result. Before I go on, did you know that Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee used to work together a bit back in the day? Were you aware of that?
I did not. But to be honest with you, I'm not really surprised considering that they were coming up in that sort of Hong Kong theater system, film system at the same time. So, but I didn't know that they had worked together.
Okay.
Yeah.
When Lee died, Chan recalled how he was groomed to be his successor. I said, I am not Bruce Lee. So if Bruce Lee kick high, I kick low. Bruce Lee fights like this. I do the opposite. That's Jackie Chan. I do it myself. Going to Hollywood, they told me to slow down his fighting style like Clint Eastwood. Boom. Make my day. It's so easy. Much of the conversation had Chan on his feet and demonstrating his moves, his fighting style, and just bouncing, with irrepressible vim as he acted out the story. Despite the fact that his first forays into Hollywood weren't successful, cheers from the audience asserted that Chan is a worldwide star. What has made Jackie Chan into a marked combination of action and comedy said you cannot create any more action because punching and kicking, those kind of things, boring. So this is why I slowly use comedy with action and all the props around me. And after I cannot use anymore, then I just do dangerous stunts. High jumps, believe it or not, this year is my 60th year in the film industry. Lee, I want to ask you this, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to pick, and no disrespect to Bruce Lee, rest in peace, who wins in the fight during their prime? Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan? Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee? Who you have, sir?
In their prime?
Yes.
Oh, gosh. I'm going to say Bruce Lee wins.
Really?
I feel like he wins in a fight against everybody in their prime, except for maybe... No, I'm going to give him everybody. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you go up against somebody big, because Bruce Lee wasn't a huge dude. If he goes up against someone like Muhammad Ali and they're like fighting for real, Muhammad Ali touches him, Bruce Lee might be out. But I mean, Bruce Lee might take his knees out. He might kick him in the head. I'm giving Bruce Lee against everybody. Dude created fighting styles. He wasn't doing fighting styles. He was creating fighting styles.
Since you brought up Muhammad Ali, if you say Bruce Lee versus Ali, I'm gonna take Bruce. If you take Bruce Lee versus Tyson, I'm gonna take Bruce. But if you put Bruce Lee up against Jackie Chan, I'm gonna pick Jackie Chan.
Are you really?
I think Jackie Chan would wash Bruce Lee, to be honest with you. That's just me.
I think Jackie Chan is highly entertaining with all of his stunts and his dramatics, but I think if it came to a straight fight, I think Bruce Lee would collapse his chest with that 1-inch punch.
Jackie got one too, but and no, I'm not saying that Bruce Lee is not a great fighter. He was a great fighter, hands down. But I just think Jackie, he just got some more moves, man. And in my opinion, but Bruce Lee struggled against other Chinese gung fu martial artists. But y'all let us know, who do y'all think will win? Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan. I'm dying to know. But just going a little bit further in this right here, Chan speaks with extraordinary enthusiasm and affability. He is the king of the humble brag, detailing how he dominated cinema in Hong Kong, then Japan, and finally Hollywood with Rush Hour, which pairing with him with Chris Tucker finally allowed him to use his own frenetic style. He originally thought the movie would flop, but I got a phone call. Brett Ratner and Chris Tucker called me from New York. They're crazy. We were 70 million in the first weekend. For me, I don't know how to count, but he asked to cheers. We're talking about Rush Hour 4 right now. That is music to my ears. Larry, do you want to see a Rush Hour 4? Did you like the previous 3? Let us know, sir. How bad are you feeling about this? Good or bad, excuse me.
I did. I loved all of them, and I'm happy to have a 4. I'm looking forward to a 4. I'm looking forward to a 4 like Ice Cube probably wants me to look forward to that next Friday. Nice, but I'm looking forward to another Rush Hour. My concern is that Jackie, and I say this because there's a whole lot of people out there that are going to be upset, and I see someone's going to probably try and torpedo some stuff. Is that Jackie Chan is part of the Communist Party in China, and he has spoken out against some things that were going on in Hong Kong, and I can see there's going to be people out there that are going to try and bring that up and cause some issues with him in this movie when it starts to promote. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm looking forward to it. I like him. I like Chris Tucker. I like their energy together. They seem like they are friends. Like when you see some movies, you can see some people just work together. Those two seem like they're actual friends, and I don't know if they are or not, but if they are, great. Their energy and their chemistry comes through on film. If they're not, they are both phenomenal actors.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I couldn't remember how much money these made, but of course the first one was profitable. Let me look at this third one just to see how that one.
I don't think they were super expensive to make either, were they?
Damn,
so
this
140.
one,
that's a decent amount of money. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So that it either lost a little bit or broke even. So that's 258. Come on, why am I'm trying to go back. What is the first one? It was 33 million to make, so that's cheap compared to what it made. Let me look at the second one. Rush Hour 2. You like the first one or the second one? Oh yeah, okay. So that's profitable.
I like them all.
Okay.
Yeah, the second one did really well.
Yeah,
I like them all. They were all
good.
fun.
Yeah, I mean the third one was my least favorite, but I liked it. I still liked it. Got a super chat out here real quick from Dane C. Thank you so much. Ice Cube said New Line kept rejecting his scripts. I do remember something like that. Hence why the movie was stalled. Now he wants ownership. Brett Ratner got Me Too. Hence no Rush Hour 4. Thank you, Dan C, for the $5 super chat. I do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so also, I just kind of wanted to see what everybody was saying. Marcy X says, my Chinese cousin, talking about I think either Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan. I think I put up the wrong comment because I was trying to get y'all's votes. Superhero Bruce Lee, okay. Jackie Chan. So we got 1-1 Bruce Lee, okay, and Michael Jai White, okay. That's Bruce Lee. Jackie has a higher tolerance for pain. I'm going with Jackie, okay. Jackie Chan played one of his henchmen in Enter the Dragon and did the stunt in Chinese Connection where Mr. Suzuki gets kicked out the window already. Marcy says, nah, bro, Jackie wins hands down already. I love it. I love it. Jackie
I feel like
Chan
you guys need to go back and look at some old Bruce Lee stuff, man. I think you guys are forgetting how incredible that dude is.
He is incredible. Have you seen Fearless Hyena with Jackie Chan?
I don't know.
Hyena.
I might have.
I'll
check it out.
Yeah,
people forget how fast Bruce Lee is. Bruce Lee was so fast that they had to just film his stuff overcranked and have him slow down because they couldn't capture him. He was so fast. You know? I'm still going with Jackie, you know. But Jackie rules. Jackie rules, and hopefully we do get a Rush Hour 4 with Chris Tucker. It would be very sad if we didn't. And again, guys, if you're watching this via live on the replay, there's a link down to this article in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. And now, if you guys, there's a quick little tidbit. If you guys like martial arts stuff, check out the show Warriors. It's on, I think, what is that on? Is it on Stars or something, or Showtime? One of those. But it's basically it's a show about Chinese immigrants coming into America in the early, like sort of back in the Wild West days, and it's actually produced by Bruce Lee's daughter. So, but it is a fantastic series. Yeah, it was on. I think they had two seasons, and then it was postponed because of the pandemic, and the third season should be coming early next year. So
that's what's up.
And my wife actually went to school with Bruce Lee's kids. So
that's your wife is awesome for that. Tell her I said so. But thank you for that. And now, Larry, we're gonna move to this third topic, talking about your favorite movie of the year that you love so much. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Oh, goodness.
Larry's favorite movie of the year. But now we got some good news in the way. This is coming from the ScreenRant.com. Now, this was a topic that I had last week, but I was feeling ill and didn't get to cover it, and we're going to do it now. Marvel kicks off Wakanda Forever Oscar campaign with Angela Bassett praise. And this is wonderful. Movie came out about a month ago, and she was one of the best parts of the movie. You can see the promotion right here on the official Instagram page for Marvel Studios, talking about Best Picture. Angela Bassett is mesmerizing. Here is the start of the campaign, and I am very, very happy about it. Marvel spotlights Bassett's Queen Ramonda in the Oscar campaign kickoff for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Seated front and center, the campaign features Variety's take on the actor's mesmerizing performance. The emotional weight, profound themes, and cultural impact are also listed as reasons for how the movie has distinguished itself this award season. The poster makes it clear that Marvel intends to submit the film for Oscar nominations in all categories. And so that's kind of how it works, guys. If the studio feels that, hey, we got some good stuff over here, they can make us official submittal. And that's what they're doing right here for your girl. And my goodness, she was mesmerizing.
So, it seems like a consolation prize for them killing her off.
You know what? I'm not mad at you for that. But we have spoke ad nauseum, sir, about this film, and we're not going to do that today. The article is very short. But I do want to know, how did you feel about her performance? Again, that was one of the best things in the film to me. And do you think that she deserves an Oscar? Do you think that, she has a chance of winning, especially going up against everybody else? I'm very curious. So how are you feeling about that?
No,
man.
I'm not saying that her performance. I'm not saying her performance was bad. She's a fantastic actor. She is. And I just don't think that that particular performance in that movie rose to Oscar caliber. I said it before when we talked about the movie overall. I felt like it lacked emotional depth. And she was fine. She did a fine job. She, in a lot of ways, she carried that movie. But that doesn't mean that she deserves an Oscar for it. No,
I got you.
No.
I am mad. Okay. That's how you feel. Feel.
I think she did a great job, but she did a great job in that movie. I'm not good. Now I don't know. Mind you, I don't know who she's up against. I don't know who I don't know who the nominees are going to be. So, if they nominate a whole bunch of trash, performances, then maybe she should win.
I feel bad in a way saying that certain people should get a nomination or not at this point if it's questionable. Besides a few people that I'm going to list, because I haven't seen it. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen, and I don't feel right just saying, oh, this movie should win or this actress or actor should win. And I've only seen 5 movies. Now, of course, I've seen more than 5. I'm exaggerating, but I think it is one of the better ones I've seen this year. It is. Would I be disappointed if she didn't get would I be disappointed if she didn't win? No. Would I be disappointed if she didn't get a nomination? Maybe. It just depends. I got to see who else is a contender.
No,
and then
I haven't seen this movie. I haven't seen this movie yet, so I'm gonna be wholly dependent on you. Do you think that she deserves an Oscar nod over, say, the woman that played Until?
No.
Well, then there you go.
No.
The likelihood of us having multiple Black women up there nominated for an Oscar is not good. So if we're gonna have one of them up there, it probably should be her.
Zia says give her the Oscar. She cares.
Don't give anybody anything. You need to earn it.
Was outstanding. I don't think that's what she literally meant. But no, the woman Until, Danielle Deadwyler, who first popped on the scene for me in season 2 of Atlanta. She, oh my gosh, she did a crazy, amazing job. Like top-notch performer right there. Like she needs to win that thing. Not nominated, win. Like I still got to see who else she would be compared to, but I was blown away by Danielle Deadwyler Until. Now, of course, Angela Bassett was good in Wakanda Forever, but she wasn't as good as Danielle Deadwyler. I'm not gonna say they was in different leagues of each other. No, they were both outstanding, but you know, if you just it's an easy choice for me. You know, Danielle gets it. You know what I'm saying? And so, but you still should check it out, man. It's a wonderful film.
I plan on watching it.
Yeah. Myra says give her the Oscar. I just want to see what a few other people are saying about this.
Somebody else was talking about Viola Davis and Woman King, and I just hope they don't. I hope that movie doesn't even get nominated.
Angela,
I will say though, you give them the opportunity to give an Oscar to a black person playing a slaver that she might win, but that movie was disgusting in its entirety and it should never have been made.
Well, try to be objective about it.
Oh, I am. I'm being completely objective about it. I think that the movie was horrible. Should never have been made. I think that
no. We're talking about the performances, not the movie. Because you got to be able to.
Performances should have never happened because the movie should never have been made.
Yeah, you got to be able to separate those, in my opinion. But
I mean, if you want to talk about the performances for Woman King, I felt like they were typical Viola Davis,
which is great.
They're good. I mean, I don't think every performance she has is Oscar worthy, but it was typical Viola Davis. I want to see her do something different.
What's the best thing you've seen Viola Davis do? I'm just curious. Fences? I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing out random titles.
I mean, Fences was good. Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was, oh man, the best thing I've seen her in.
I mean, I ain't trying to. I mean, if you can't, I was just talking. You know, it ain't. You know, if you can't think of nothing, it's cool. But I was just curious.
Somebody said Widows. She was good in Widows, no doubt. She's good in everything. She's like, I mean, I don't want to compare her to Denzel because Denzel is on his own level. But she's one of those actors that regardless of what role you put her in, she's gonna do good work in there. If you put her in a $2 million indie movie, she's gonna give you a great performance as the same as if you put her in $100 million, tentpole. It doesn't matter. She's gonna deliver a really good, sometimes great performance.
You know what she was not good in?
What's that?
That Michelle Obama show.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah. She was like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I watched the trailers for it, and it did not inspire me to watch that.
I got you. Wakanda Forever made $767 million worldwide, and I thought I had the. I guess I don't. I guess I took it away. I thought I had the. Anyway, I guess I don't have it no more. The Rotten Tomatoes. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please let us know what you think about Angela Bassett's performance in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Did you think it was mesmerizing, emotionally stirring? What's up, Larry?
Let me just say this. If she wins, I am not mad at her at all. I don't want people to think I'm hating on Angela Bassett. I love me some Angela Bassett. If somehow she finds herself winning an Oscar for this role, good for her. I'm happy for her.
I'm glad you said that. And so again, guys, if you're watching this via live on the replay, there's a link down to this article in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. Now, Larry, this next one makes me sad, man. I don't know if they're being genuine. I think they are. But if this is the conclusion of the reign, this sucks. Donkey balls. But it may just be a little cry for help. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, man. You know, we're talking about, man. You know. Oh, man. Your boy, y'all see the banner, y'all see the background. It's your boy Terrance Howard, and this is coming from Entertainment Weekly, ET, for the fourth topic of the day. Terrance Howard plans to retire, says he's given the very best as an actor, and they have the exclusive. Now, before we get started, y'all, anything that this man has coming out with in the future, we got to support it. Show him that we love Terrance Howard. If we do, we're going to talk about it because I don't want him to retire. But let's see what this man says. After I click out all these ads. Terrance Howard is ready to pass the torch to the next generation of young Hollywood actors. And I'm going to go ahead and say, Larry, we're going to talk about it. This does not make sense to me. This is just stupid talk, but we're going to talk about it. As far as he's concerned, the end is here for the Academy Award nominated actor. During the red carpet appearance for the Peacock series, The Best Man Final Chapters, that drops later this month at Hollywood Athletic Club in Los Angeles, the 53-year-old 53-year young old actor divulged to ET's Kevin Frazier while he's calling it a career. And this time's for real. But if it all sounds familiar, it's because fans will recall Howard made similar statements in 2019 as the final season of Empire neared. At the time, Howard told ET he's running away quickly as possible when the Fox hit series ended. Since then, Howard has appeared in numerous projects, including the Best Man series streaming December 22nd on Peacock. This time around, Howard is adamant he's walking away from Hollywood for good. This is the end for me. This is the end for me. I don't know if it's the end for the rest of them. He said, I retired 2 years ago for the most part. I was done. I had seen Portier 10 years ago. Does he want to do any more work? And he said, why would I spend my last 10 years doing an impersonation of myself? And that's what I've gotten to. He continued, I've gotten to the point to where now I've given the very best that I have as an actor. Now I'm watching other new talent come around, and I don't want to do an impersonation of myself. Howard doubled down when asked if he's ready to hand over the reins. Yes, there's some better actors out there that can do things that I was never able to do, he said. So I want to applaud them. I want to be excited about what they do. Howard's story career includes 2006 Oscar nomination Best Actor for The Hustle and Flow. He made his debut in 92 as Jackie Jackson in The Jacksons, An American Dream. He go on one of the best movies of all time. He goes on to earn roles for All My Children and in films such as Mr. Holland's Opus, Dead Presidents, Who's the Man, Four Brothers, and more recently he earned accolades for playing Lucius Lyon, on Empire, which ended after 6 seasons in 2020. Howard also dabbled a bit in Marvel Universe when he took the role of James Rhodey Rhodes in the first Iron Man film, which also starred Robert Downey Jr. and Gwyneth Paltrow. Howard was ultimately replaced by Don Cheadle in the Iron Man franchise following a salary dispute. In the 2013 interview on Watch What Happened Live, Howard got candid about how all transpired while taking a thinly veiled jab at Downey Jr. And I remember this. This is going to get me in a lot of trouble, but who gives a F? Howard said at the time, it turns out that the person that I helped become Iron Man when it was time to re-up for a second one took the money that was supposed to go to me and pushed me out. Fast forward to now, Howard reflected on his Iron Man role, referring to projects as a big dance and whose party ends with Disney took over the Marvel Cinematic Universe with the 09 acquisition. Yeah, well, Iron Man was a big dance, he said. It was great until Disney took over. Once Disney took over, they started looking after money. You know, the very first thing they did was to come in and shook everyone down, and they shook Gwyneth. Then they tried to shake my career down, and my agent said, F you, and hung up. He continued, it used to be about creativity, but when we first stepped on that set, Robert had so much to prove. I had a lot to prove. Gwyneth had a lot to prove. And I think we did it. We made our statements, and now it's like, let's see where the universe goes to. In the limited series, the best man reprised his role as Quentin for the final installment after he's been through. Young Quentin has some sage advice for a young President Howard. I would tell me to slow down. I would say it's not going to happen as quickly as you want it, and more than likely it will not happen. He said, you're not going to change the mind. Stay in your lane. Stop trying to make it better for everyone else to dance. He continued, I spent a lot of energy hurting myself trying to open the door for others who quickly slammed the door after they got in. Look after yourself and defend your integrity. If somebody comes after your name, attack them with everything you've got. Defend your name. That's the one thing I would tell myself. Larry, this is sad right here. It breaks my heart. And again, we'll see him this December 22nd for the Best Man final chapters. But how are you feeling about all this, man? Do you think that he should hang it up as the 53-year-old Oscar-nominated performer? Or you think he still has a few decades left under his belt to pop up on the big and small screen?
I mean, I feel like to be honest with you, man, I feel like it's of no consequence to me. I don't, he's one of those actors I don't check for at all. I don't see him as a particularly talented or skilled actor. He's somehow managed to have a long career, and I applaud him for that. I'm not exactly sure how sometimes, but God bless him for it, man. Dude, you know, he's done what he's doing. I think some of it is now he's been in the game for a long time. He's a bit older. He's like, hey, he probably feels like he deserves to get more money, more roles, better roles, and he's not getting the offers that he wants. And he's probably just like, if I'm not going to get what I want, I'm just going to be out. And okay, I get it. If that's where you want to go, be out. Retire if that's what you want to do. I mean, maybe after he's gone for a few years, maybe he'll dip out and he'll be gone for 4 or 5 years, and maybe he can come back and reinvent himself as something new. I don't know. Part of the problem is I think he feels like he deserves more, but I don't think he's skilled enough to get that more. I think he wants more, but he needs to be a better actor.
Well, my fault. I meant to cut you off.
No, if this were Don Cheadle, I would feel Don Cheadle. I'd be like, Don Cheadle can put it down. This dude can act his butt off. But Terrance Howard,
I got you. Well, my thing is, since you brought up Don Cheadle, I still would prefer to have Terrance Howard as Rhodey, War Machine, than Don Cheadle.
Really?
I don't. Yes, by far, it was so much more energy to that role. Now, coming from him, now that's not necessarily Don Cheadle's fault because they haven't given him much to work with, in my opinion. But he was a much better Rhodey, War Machine, to me. And another thing is, if you say that he feels that he deserves more, I mean, what person doesn't if they feel that they're worth something? It's not like he's asking for leads and he wants to be in big blockbusters and give me all the money. I think he may just want may just want consistent work or a job or something. And he's also frustrated because I'm Team Terrence over here as far as how Robert Downey Jr. allegedly handled the situation. I think that's effed up, and his career never really picked up since then. It always went downhill. When Iron Man came out, Terrance Howard, I think, was one of the leading people in Hollywood, especially for Black people, but he was blackballed. So I would hate for him to go out this way. That's why I have some type of empathy or sympathy for him. I guess you disagree.
Part of me thinks this is a business. You have to make good decisions. And one of the decisions that you should not do is get up there and speak poorly publicly about your coworkers and your friends. There's certain things you just don't do like that. Keep that behind closed doors.
Even if they stab you, even if they allegedly stab you behind the back and in the back.
Sometimes I want to say, especially if they stab you in the back, sometimes you have to be smarter. You have to figure out a way. You have to figure out how to work around that. Figure out a way to let them, when they stab you in the back, they say, thank you for giving me the knife. Pull it out and then cut their throat with it. Something else. But if all you're going to do is if you just talk bad about them, you're going to end up in a position like he ended up in, where he's not working, he's not getting the roles he wants to get. He's up there trying to blame other people for getting blackballed where he might have. But I mean, here's the thing: if he really wants to, because Hollywood will put all that crap aside if you can make them money. They don't care what you've done if you can make them money. And so really what he should be doing, instead of talking about he's going to retire, he should say, you know what? I'm going to slow down and I'm going to be very selective about my projects. And he should just spend like a full year doing nothing but reading just indie scripts, just picking up just don't send me any major studio crap. Just send me indie scripts and find himself a really, really good, find himself a Monsters Ball type script. Something that's going to be excellent, that's going to allow you to really sink your teeth in. It's something a role that will fit you. Don't find some role that you need such great acting chops, only Denzel's going to be able to pull it off. Find something that's going to work for you, that can really let you shine, and then let Hollywood see what you can do. And then they'll welcome him back and say, okay, we see, maybe we just didn't put you in the right roles. Maybe we need to give you some great movies. We just need to pick the right ones for you.
I got you. We got Dane C, super chat. Thank you so much, Dan. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yes! Yes!
It's sad. Terrence just caught his break in Empire. Right.
I don't think he caught his break at Empire. I mean, that's the tail end of his career.
Well, thank you, Dane C, for the super chat. I do appreciate it, and Larry, and your favorite, Z agrees with you. So that's what's up right there. And, this doesn't make sense to me though. In the beginning, he says is ready to pass the torch to the next young generation of Hollywood actors. Also, I had a friend of mine that used to say this back when I was in college, like, oh, this person is getting old. They can't act anymore. That doesn't make sense. When you're acting, you're playing a role of people, and people get old. So I don't care if you're 99, you can be cast in a movie as a 99-year-old person, like, and still getting work. I just don't. Why do people think that you have to be young to be an actor? Like,
because we live in a youth obsessed society.
But so old people shouldn't ever be in movies anymore. Like,
no, old people can be in movies just fine. There's always old people in movies, but generally old people are not the leads in a lot of these movies. Now, that's not all of them. Some of them are, but we live in a youth obsessed society. So unless you look young, you could be older. You could be 55 years old and look like you're 35 years old and do just fine. But if you're 55 years old and you look like you're 55 years old, you're going to have a much more limited range of roles that are going to be offered to you.
Morgan Freeman is old, and he plays the roles of the age he looks, and everybody can do that, whether you're 17 or you're 77.
Right. So, but Morgan Freeman is a absolutely fantastic actor.
I'm just saying. My point is that there's roles for any age, whether you're an infant or you're 102. There's always a role for something. You may not be the lead or whatever, but there's always a role in any movie or any television show for an older person.
Yeah, but there's a difference if you want to just play a role, if you just want that role, if you just want to be a working actor, sure, you can find roles. I'm sure he's not going to have any trouble finding roles if he just wants to be a working actor. But it sounds to me like he wants to be a star. He sounds to me like he wants to be a franchise player. And except he's not, he's not Jordan. That's just what it is. He's not he doesn't have franchise player skills, but he wants to be a franchise player. And being a franchise player, it's, having franchise player skills is not just what you can do on the court. It's also how you conduct yourself everywhere. And he's not someone that apparently people embrace like that. He doesn't excite people. He doesn't make people be like, oh, that's Terrance Howard. I don't think people get excited about him like that.
I got you. That makes sense. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you let us know what you think about this. Your boy Terrance Howard. Are you sad and depressed that he's retiring as an actor? Do you want to see him continue on? I do. Also, how did you feel about him as a War Machine? I'm dying to know. We all are. Hopefully, you want him to come back and, we can see him fulfill more roles. But let us know.
I'd like him to do? I would like him to go take some acting classes, and I would like for him to go work on Broadway for a couple of years and really get his acting chops up, and then come back with a real just a real banger of a role that makes people be like, oh, damn, this dude's legit. I would love for that.
And if you're watching this video live on the replay, that link is in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. Now, let's move on to a movie that you was talking crap on earlier with today, Larry. The crap talker over here. It doesn't make any. Why are you not excited about this like I am and everybody else? I think this is topic number 5. Topic number 5. Coming from arguably the best director of all time, your boy James Cameron, from talking about this Avatar. Got 2 articles right here, both from Variety. First one, James Cameron says Avatar motion capture VFX beats Marvel's Thanos. Give me a break. It's not even close. And also the other one right here, as I hit reload. Oh, what's going on? Why is it taking forever? Oh, you suck. Avatar 4 script got 0 studio notes and left executives saying, holy F, says James Cameron. And I'm happy to hear it. Look at that, because your boy Thanos did kind of set the bar. But James Cameron told comicbook.com in a recent video interview that when it comes to the motion picture capture and building emotional faces from visual effects, Marvel villain Thanos doesn't hold a candle to the Na'vi. Both Marvel Cinematic Universe and Cameron's Avatar franchise utilize extensive motion capture technology so real-world actors can play otherworldly beings. Josh Brolin starred as Thanos, while Avatar turns the likes of Sam Worthington and Zoe Saldana into blue-skinned aliens. Let me see if where's the quote? He asked, to which the filmmaker responded, obviously, the big comic book films have been driving the sheer volume of the industry. The rising tide of technique raises everybody together. It gives you high quality artists, more tools and plugins and code to use. You've got more talented people writing code out there. Our team at What a Digital is constantly having new hires and is coming out of that pool, Cameron continued. So it improves everything. It improves everything. That said, Weather Effects, as it's called now, is the best, right? Industrial Light and Magic does great work, but when it comes to this kind of emotional facial stuff that we're doing, Thanos, come on, give me a break. You saw Avatar: The Way of the Water. It's not even close. It's what Weta did. Larry, what do you think about this, man? You got this director, producer, writer right here just talking crap. Not really talking crap about Marvel, really just telling the truth, saying that, hey, man, I know Avengers Infinity War was great and Thanos did all this and that, but it ain't holding no candle over here, man. So what do you think about these comments? You think he telling the truth or you think he blowing smoke?
Well, first of all, I just have to say that people keep on mischaracterizing Thanos as a villain when Thanos was clearly an environmentalist just trying to provide the universe with
man, answer the
sustainability.
Question.
That's all. He was just trying to create a sustainable universe. But as far as what do I think about it? I mean, I don't. That's where I'm at. I don't. I mean, the whole I never understood the fascination that people have with Avatar. It just did not interest me as a movie. It didn't seem like it was all that good. When I watched it, I was just like, this is what the hype is about. This movie is just not that entertaining. Visually, was it interesting? No. I didn't even find it visually that interesting. It just seemed like it seemed like, and this is probably going to be a terrible example, but this is what comes to mind. This movie reminds me of a woman that wears too much makeup.
This guy here is tripping.
It's like you're just trying too hard. You're beautiful as it is. You don't need all the makeup, and it's just over processed. It just, I mean, maybe I need to go back and watch it again, but it just did absolutely nothing for me. Just nothing. I struggled to get through this movie. I struggled greatly to get it because it was too long. It wasn't that interesting. It was a struggle to get through it.
All right. So you don't think that the new Avatar movie is going to beat Thanos as far as visual effects?
I mean, sure, it could beat him. I mean, they made the movie. The movie's made after that movie was made. Technology is always advancing. I mean, if you make a new Marvel movie and you bring Thanos back next year or in 2 years, that his special effects are going to be better. Every time you make a movie that that has a large budget and it's made after another one, you can expect better visual effects because technology is constantly improving. So,
I guess, man, like. He says Zoe and Sam now playing parents 15 years later, Cameron said in the first movie. Sam's character leaps off his flying creature and essentially changes the course of history as a result of this crazy, almost suicidal leap of faith. The Zoe characters leap off a limb and assumes there's going to be some nice big leaves down there that can cushion her fall. But when you're a parent, you don't think that way. So for me, as a parent of 5 kids, I'm saying, what happens when those characters mature and realize they have responsibility outside their own survival? Larry, this is what I want to see right here, man, that makes it so great. People jumping from trees with no sense of survival that they're going to live. And I'm being silly, but I am. So, are you going to see the new movie, bro? Or are you going to pass on it?
I don't know. I'll probably see it eventually. It is not high on my list. It's not even on my list. Like when I open up my app to save my movies and create my watch list, it's not even on my watch list.
Wow,
like
I am.
Eventually, I'll get some notification on Instagram or Twitter that says Avatar is available for streaming on such and such service, and I'll be like, okay, I have that, and then I may watch it. The problem is, I didn't really enjoy the first one, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, do I want to sit through another 3-hour movie? You know, I don't know how long this one is, but like, do I want to sit through a movie that long?
3 hours and about 15 minutes, I think.
Yeah, see, I'm like, I don't want to watch that. I mean, come on now. That's just too long. If somebody in the comments said it best. It was basically it was a movie. It was like a feat of how long can you hold your pee. You know, I mean, it's a little bit easier now if you're streaming it.
Boo, tomato haters. Boo, I don't want to hear. Now, where's Elliot?
Let me ask you, what makes this movie so special for you?
The visuals.
That's it. The visuals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the story was okay. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I can't even begin to tell you what the first movie was about. That's how weak I thought the story was.
Well, I'm saying Elliot saw it last week, and he said it was better than the first one. I'm seeing it tomorrow, 7:00. I cannot wait. I'm gonna have my out of theater reaction ready for you guys. You know, I guess, you know, this second art, it don't mean nothing for you talking about, you know, he turned in the fourth script and they said, holy F. He said he passed in part 2 and they gave him 3 pages of notes. They said he turned in the script for part 3, gave him 1 page of notes. But then he says when he turned in part 4 and they said, holy F. He was like, well, where are the notes? And I was like, those are the notes. Holy F. And so I am excited. I think this is going to be a banger. I know I have a prediction about how much money it's going to make, but I don't want to say it until I've seen the film. And, you know, you guys make sure you come through tomorrow to check that out.
I hope it makes a lot of money. They said it needs to be, what, the 4th most profitable movie in history to just break even?
Yeah, domestically. That was misleading. They thought it was worldwide, but so that's like $800 million. It's going to make that easy.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I don't want anybody to fail in their ventures unless it's something stupid like Woman King. That should fail terribly. It should never been made. But, you know, but I don't want people to fail terribly in their thing. But it's just, maybe I have to go back and watch it again, man. The first time I watched it, I was just like, yeah, it didn't excite me in any way, shape, or form. So it doesn't leave me with any level of excitement to see this second one.
I got you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let us know what you think about this. Are you excited for Avatar, not 2 or 3, but 4, with the script saying "Holy F"? And how you think, you know, these effects gonna stand up against Thanos? You think Avatar gonna win, or you think it's gonna still stay in Infinity War Thanos' hands as far as visual effects are concerned? And Reboot, I put it at 1.9 billion worldwide. Really? That's $1 billion less than the first movie.
What the first one make?
2.9 billion.
How did it make that much money?
It was off the chain. That's why.
I think part of it was they made that much money because I feel like that movie, I don't even think you had the opportunity to see it unless you saw it in an IMAX theater for like the first month. That's probably what it was.
No, because that's not true. They made 17 versions of that film so it can fit on so you can get the experience on any theater. So
oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
good for them.
They pulled out the red carpet for that one. So I can't wait to see it tomorrow. I'll just say that, man. 24 hours from now, I will be in the theater. Excuse me.
Somebody did bring up a good point. They said China is still shut down. That's a lot of theaters that a lot of screens it's not going to be on.
It will be released in China.
What are they going to do? Just straight to streaming?
No, hell no. Hold on, Avatar. There you go. Wait. Avatar 2 China release. Let's see if something will pop up real quick. The long-awaited sequel. Okay, yeah, it's going to be released in China. The long-awaited sequel to director James Cameron's blockbuster Avatar will be released in mainland China cinemas on December 16th. Said with The Way of Water. So, yeah. China has been blocking Hollywood film for years, but Avatar: The Way of Water could be one huge boost to the Communist Party. And that was a day ago. Hong Kong cinemas lobby for COVID restrictions to be scrapped ahead of Avatar 2 release. So, yeah, so it's gonna, I think it's gonna get the full release. So that's pretty dope.
I guess people are gonna escape Foxconn so they can go see the movie.
That flew over my head. I'm sorry. But Larry, we got one topic left, man.
Somebody out there gets it.
Yeah, help me out. I'm slow. I'm slow. But my dude, we got one topic left, man.
All right.
We got all of this DC madness going on. You know, I told Elliot this, or Eman, or maybe I told all of y'all. I said it on the show. I can't remember who I told, but I told somebody that when it comes to DC news, Larry, I never get excited. I never pay attention to the details because the DC news, the entertainment stuff about their movies, about their television shows, it changes all the time. It changes more than we change our underwear. Every other week, there's a new director or a new script or a cancellation or a new head or the company's being bought out, or it's always a mess. So I'm just like, look, I'll just see the movies when they come out. But again, things ain't changed, man. You know, we found out a couple of weeks ago that James Gunn, your boy that was doing Guardians of the Galaxy over at Marvel, has left. Well, not left because he's still, and I got an opinion about that too. You know, but he's a co-CEO with Jeff Safran over at DC Films right now. And everybody thought this is going to be a good thing, and it still may be, but they're like, no, we got some plans of our own, and we want to make some changes. We're going to potentially change everything. Some of it's true, some of it's false, some of it is lying in the middle, and we're going to break it all down. And this is the final topic of the day. I got multiple articles. I know we're not going to go through them line by line, but this one right here from Deadline, DC disruption has town jittery. What's next for Man of Steel and other sequels after the Wonder Woman 3 jolt? And we got a few of them, Larry. You know, a planned Batman movie that was going to be moving forward with Michael Keaton has been reportedly canceled. Also, remember the Batgirl directors that movie got canceled before they moved into post-production? They may be coming back. You know, they got a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran.
It sounds like the movie, they're finished shooting it, except for maybe some pickup shots. It sounds like they finished shooting it. It would be a shame to let it go to waste.
We're going to talk about it. But Jason Momoa may step down as Aquaman. We also may not get Henry Cavill back as Superman. And Wonder Woman 3 has been canceled because Patty Jenkins walked away. And then also your boy James Gunn responded to all this in some of his tweets in the past few days. So out of all this, Larry, what tickles your fancy the most? Wonder Woman 3 getting canceled, Aquaman possibly not coming back as Aquaman, or a canceled Batman Beyond movie? Which one, you know, I mean, did you like Batman Beyond? Did you ever watch that show?
I did. I'll be honest with you, man. I'm happy about this shakeup. I'm happy about all of it because I think the DCEU is just, the DC cinematic universe has been trash. It's been terrible. The movies have been bad. I haven't enjoyed them. There's been only a couple that I've enjoyed. I enjoyed the first Wonder Woman. I was offended by the second one that, you know, that here she is, this superhero from, you know, and the only thing she can think of to bring back is a man. I'm like, God, they just really I mean, come on. That was just terrible. Terrible villain in that movie. Everything about that movie was trash. But, and I mean, Jason Momoa as Aquaman, I get why he would want to leave that role because it should be a cool role. And whoever's been writing for that role has just been bad. It has not been that good.
I disagree.
But I did not think Aquaman was a very good movie. It was okay at best. I mean, as I have said, with the exception of Batman, I think all of the hero movies on the DC side have been pretty bad, with the exception of that first Wonder Woman. That one's been pretty good. The other superhero movies have been pretty bad, but their villain movies have been really good. And then probably part of the reason why I probably like Batman is because he's not a straight up true hero. He's a bit of a both. He's a good guy and not a bad guy, but he's a vigilante. So he's sort of walking that line.
Well, so are you disappointed that this potential Batman Beyond was canceled?
I'm not disappointed on any of it's canceled, because to be honest with you, I feel like they really need to come in, wipe the slate clean. I would not even be disappointed, with the exception if they got rid of Gal Gadot, because I like her as Wonder Woman, but I wouldn't be disappointed if they came in and wiped the entire slate clean and said, we're going to build up from the ground up and get this right. I would be okay with that.
So let me clarify. You're okay if James Gunn and Peter Safran come in and just wipe the whole thing clean, just start all the way over from scratch, new actors, new actresses, the whole thing. You'll be happy with
everything. Just go ahead and scrap it and write, and just go ahead and just do like they did at Marvel. Just go ahead and start phasing it out. Just say this is going to be phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, and just start building out the universe in such a way that people can really enjoy it. I'm okay with that.
Let me do about this right here. Let me talk about Aquaman first real quick. And with my plan, report that Jason Momoa is to step down as Aquaman DCE role. This would be a horrible idea to me. This would be stupid, because for one, you said that you didn't really care for Aquaman. That's fine. It's all subjective.
Let me be clear. It's not him. It was the movie and the writing. I like him.
Okay.
I wasn't a fan of the movies.
Okay. All right. Cool. Gotcha. You saw the Rotten Tomato score right there. Okay. So it was received decent. Now, I remember seeing the movie twice in theaters myself. When I saw it the first time, I liked it, but it left a bad taste in my mouth. When I saw it the second time in IMAX, I don't know what came over me, but I absolutely loved it. It was one of my favorite movies at that time. Still is one of my favorite comic book movies. Not saying it's the best, but what they did visually with the IMAX and all that, I thought was just stellar. And then look, bro, it made so much damn money, $1.1 billion. Like, guys out there, how do you not want to come back to a franchise when your first one makes $1.1 billion? That doesn't make any sense. And you're saying that you want to step down as Aquaman like a year before the second one comes out. Like, that should make the studios not even want to work with you anymore, because they've already invested so much into this franchise and you're not even promoting it the right way. And I know Professor Film Fan is saying he should play Lobo. Me personally, I'm not necessarily excited about the Lobo character. I just don't really like the character. I'm not saying the character may even be trash. That may be blasphemous to some people, but I'm just not too thrilled with the character of Lobo. And so that just doesn't tickle my fancy. It doesn't really get me excited. And so the first one, like I said, made $1.1 billion worldwide. What are you going to do if the second movie makes another 1.1 billion or 1.5 billion? You're going to step away after that and be like, no, I don't want to make another $1 billion, and then run it and take the chance of being recast to a lesser known character that nobody's heard of that may make the same amount of money as Black Adam? That's insane to me. Like, why would you do that? Why would Jason Momoa want to do that? Why would the studio? Did you hear what I just said, Larry? Does that make any sense? Like,
that he doesn't want to, about him being cast as a lesser known character?
The first one made 1.1 billion. The second one comes out a year from now. What if it makes another 1.1 billion or more? You're going to step away from that to take the chance on being cast as Lobo that may not make any money. Does that make any sense to you?
I mean, he might be banking on the fact that it's going to make more money, and the fact he's already said he wants to step away may be his way of saying, I give me more money to stay.
So, so you think it is a smart idea to step away from a $1.1 billion franchise to a lesser known character that may not make that much money? You think that's a good idea?
I think it really depends on what he needs for himself creatively. You know, if Aquaman is not doing it for him, then he needs to go. I personally would rather see him leave DC altogether and just come over to the MCU.
Wait. How's it not working for him? I mean, is anybody out there saying, "Oh, Jason Momoa's Aquaman sucks. He's destroying the role"? Like, what?
There may not be. No, they're not saying he's destroying the role, but no one's out there talking about these are good movies. No one's out there saying that these are wonderful films, and they're not. They're mediocre at best, and no one is up there. No one's saying that he's destroying them, but no one's giving him accolades for the roles either.
Well, I don't know. Aquaman was a joke character before this movie came out. I think he made the character look cool. I think he made the character look badass. I mean, they actually had him on a seahorse looking like a badass with spikes. And so I think he did a good job at that as well. I think he did a good job of making the character much more robust, if I should say that. Gotcha. I mean, just from a business standpoint, I'm just looking at it like this. The movie, it may not have been the best, but it was received well by the audience and the critics. They at least liked the movie. It made a F ton of money. And if the second one does this as well or more, and you still want to I don't know. That's like, that just doesn't make sense to me to step away from something that's making so much money to a lesser known character that nobody's ever heard, that the general audience has never heard of. My mom has heard of Aquaman. She may not go see the movie. My mom and dad has heard of Aquaman. My grandparents, when they was here, I don't want to go that far, but everybody's heard of Aquaman. Nobody's heard of Lobo. So I just think that's a bit foolish.
Maybe he wants something different. I mean, maybe he can do both. I mean, you have what's his name? Oh God, what's the dude's name that plays Thanos? He plays multiple characters in the MCU.
I got you. Now, let's talk about Gal Gadot and Wonder Woman 3 and how that potentially may not be coming back. So when we look at all the breakdown of what's going on with Wonder Woman, you know, at first I on off jump, I thought it was that there was like, no, your script sucks. You know, we don't want to work with you anymore. But that's not the case. If you get into the reports, for one, they was talking about how the studio is going to save a ton of money because Gal Gadot was leaning on to getting around $20 million for Wonder Woman 3. And Patty Jenkins, the director, was going to get around 10 to 12 million. You know, and so if they're not moving forward with it, that's tens of millions of dollars that they're saving. You know, possibly can just have her come back in a Justice League film, a crossover, or whatever. But when we get into all the details, Patty Jenkins submitted her script to the studio heads, not even Peter Safran and James Gunn, and they was like, yeah, this is not necessary. No, she did introduce it to them, and they were just like, hey, this is not the direction that we want to go. You know, can you give us another pitch? She wanted to stand her ground and be like, no, you know, F y'all, I want to do my own thing. I like the arc that this character is going, that I came up with. You guys don't know what a character arc is. I know more than you. Larry, when I found those details, it pissed me the F off, bro. I was severely upset about that. Shout out to Tyra in the chat, Struggle Reviewz TV. How you doing?
Oh, snap. I see you.
Y'all subscribe to her channel. My thing is this. I understand that it's your baby. You know, you built Wonder Woman as far as the big screen is concerned. And, you know, you probably feel a certain type of way about your Wonder Woman 3 script. And, you know, you don't want anybody to have those hands on it. You probably get annoyed that so many people are, you know, I mean, so many people are coming in and coming out and you really don't know what's going on. I can understand the frustration. And I don't really like necessary studio involvement myself. I mean, like when you lay out your plan with the studio, the directors or the creators, and they're like, okay, this is where we're going to go with the franchise. Then let the cook his food and do what they're going to do. Don't come in and then try to ask, but like, no. We already had the ingredients and the recipe written down. This is what we agreed on. Don't try to come in the kitchen when I'm trying to do my thing. You know, like to me, this is a completely different situation with Marvel when all those directors walk, whether it was Scott Derrickson or Edgar Wright with the original Ant-Man movie. But I look at it like this with her situation. It's not like she turned in her script, her Wonder Woman 3 script, and they said, we don't like it. We want you to do this, this, and this, and keep it within this realm. No, that was like, it's just not fitting into the whole picture. Go back to the drawing board and come back with something else. Why can't you do that if you're still going to have majority creative control, if my assumptions are correct? And then the article goes on to say that she's walking and she wants to go on and do other projects. That even makes even dumber sense, because you can do the whole thing to where you make a movie for the studio and then you do one for you. Make one for the studio and then do one for you. Just be like, okay, I'll go back to the drawing board, redo my Wonder Woman 3 script, turn it in, and once I do this for you and then it does great, you finance my next movie that doesn't have to do with comic book movies. I'll do that. And then I come back for Wonder Woman 4 and you keep switching spots. Why can't you do that? She's been stubborn, in my opinion, and it's frustrating. I got to take some water. But what do you think about that, sir?
I mean, she probably is being a bit stubborn, and they're probably thinking like, this is a great opportunity to get rid of her and find somebody else that's just as talented and half the price.
But they don't want to get rid of her because they said, pitch us another script.
Well, then pitch another script then. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like, I get it. Some of these folks get out there, they get all up in their feelings. They spend a lot of time. They put together what they think is a winning script, and then the studios don't like it. But the fact of the matter is, you have new people that are coming in with new ideas, and they want to take things in a different direction. And you can't come in there with a script designed for the last team and hand it to this team. Maybe they like it, maybe they don't. But I think, honestly, she just needs to go back to the drawing board and write something else and then pitch them that. And if not, then they should just dump her and go find somebody else and then get the movie made. I don't think this is one of those things. It's like with directors and actors and all these people, they are, and I hate to call anybody, expendable or disposable, but they kind of are. There's
that's
the
true.
Character that Wonder Woman is a character that can be played by multiple actors and actresses. That movie can be directed by multiple directors. It doesn't need any one particular, like, somebody may have a great vision for them, but if that vision doesn't work out, doesn't mesh with the studio, find somebody else with a great vision.
I got you. Where's that comment at? Where's it at? I'm gonna pick on somebody. Tara, what do you think they should do with this series? Why are they blocking your comment? Let me see what Tara says, because it popped up on here today. She cussing in the thing. Hold on, what Tara? Where'd her comment go? They took it away. Oh, damn it! It's not gonna let me. Hold on. Yeah, Tara, they don't like your comment. Damn it! They won't show it. I can see it over here, but I can't pull it up on the screen. But anyway, Tyra says, why is it even up for the discussion? Throw her ass out. Wow. Because 84 was tied like Converse. Terrible film. I don't know
was bad.
Yeah,
it was bad. It was horrible. And it was, I did not like that movie. And it was disappointing in multiple ways. I'll tell you what I would like them to do while they're working on their other stuff, while they're trying to build up and get the other stuff going. Just give us one or two more Suicide Squads. Give us that. Give us, how about this? Give us another Suicide Squad. Give us a Joker movie, and then give us another season of Peacemaker that leads into a movie of Peacemaker. Give us a Peacemaker series in the summer with a movie in the fall or in the winter. And then by that time, 2024 should be there, and you could have your whole new DC universe kicked off.
So, I was going to ask you that, man. That what if they get rid of because James Gunn, he did do the Eagly show, Peacemaker, which we loved. I know you did. What if they get rid of that too? You think they should keep that or get rid of that as well?
Oh, they should definitely. Because now I'll be upset if they get rid of that. That show was dope.
So they should keep Peacemaker. Should they keep the latest Suicide Squad?
Keep them. They can expand the squad if they want to. That seems like something they plan on doing.
Should they keep the standalone Robert Pattinson Batman films and the Joker.
No, keep the Joker, but the Robert Pattinson Batman film should never have been made.
So keep Joker, which is a separate thing. Keep Peacemaker and keep Suicide Squad. Yeah. But is there anything else that should keep? I'm trying to think.
I mean, I like like I said, I like the first Wonder Woman. I wouldn't mind seeing a Wonder Woman series that didn't even have her. Like, it didn't have to be a Wonder Woman series. It could be a series about them, about the mascara and all of them. I would like to see a series like that leads into a movie.
So no more Henry Cavill, bro.
I won't miss him.
You won't miss him? Okay.
I won't miss him.
Now this is what I would do if it was up to me. I will come out with the Flash next year, and I will have that reboot the series, the whole DCEU, and just like they do in the comics, they reboot the New 52. They reboot it all the time. I will have a new actor come and reprise the role as the Flash because we got to get Ezra out of there. He's too much trouble.
Crazy. He's
a menace to society. It's just he should not be getting roles when he's just doing all this crazy stuff and fails to apologize. I will still reboot so have a new Flash come in. I will still reboot the DCEU. However, I will still keep the same actors. I will keep Henry Cavill as Superman. I will keep Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, and I would also bring back Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne. Batman. I would also have a new Green Lantern Corps television show that will premiere on HBO Max with a weekly release like they do with the Marvel shows and Disney Plus, while also have in the works a Green Lantern movie, whether it's Hal Jordan, the black guy, I forgot his name, I can't believe it, Johns. If they wanted to, and I don't care to see it, but if they wanted to continue to do this, I wouldn't trip. If they kept the Robert Pattinson Batman solo and the Joker thing solo, they can do that. If they got rid of it, I wouldn't care. But if they kept it, I wouldn't care. Of course, keep the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, and I will keep Jason Momoa as Aquaman. And I would still bring The Rock in as Black Adam. Just a reboot, but just keep all the characters the same.
You keep Zoe Kravitz?
Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah. As a Catwoman?
No, because that's in the separate universe. Actually, no, scrap Robert Pattinson. I don't care about that. Get it all the Robert Pattinson.
He's gone.
Get him out of there. Get him out of there.
That was quick. He's gone.
Get him out of there. But we definitely got to have. I definitely want Bruce Wayne to come back. I want Ben Affleck to write a 5-script movie, a 5-movie thing. Just write them all, like another origin of Batman, and 4 movies, 4 or 5 movies. Just write them all at once. You can also cast his brother Casey Affleck as the younger version of Batman, and Ben Affleck can play the older version of Batman. What you think of that?
That would be interesting.
Right there. Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. Struggle reviews. Tyra, keep Peacemaker, Suicide Squad. Keep Peacemaker, Suicide Squad. Batman and the Joker. Scrap everything else. All of it. I'll just watch the OG Linda Carter series at this point. Might She-Hulk it up, and we don't have time. Right on.
Sounds like me.
Yeah. Okay, Tyra, thank you for that.
I like it.
But you do like I don't think I've ever really said that out loud before, but Casey Affleck is like the younger version of Bruce Wayne, because Batman Bruce Wayne, he been a character for decades.
Can he act though?
I think so.
And is he gonna want to put in the time to yoke up a little bit?
Man, yes. His brother would beat his ass if he don't do it. And come on. I think anybody would get into shape if you're getting paid millions of dollars and you have a trainer. How can you not hold on? I'm sorry, my throat is dry as hell, y'all.
I don't know. I mean, people, I don't know.
Hold on, Larry. Yeah. I think 90%. Getting in shape is hard. It's a lifestyle. However, the people that can't do it right now, I think that if you was getting paid for one, at least $1 million, you have a trainer that is right there with you in the gym to help you on every set, every rep, and you have a cook to prepare your meals. I just don't think it's hard after that, bro. I'm not saying everybody can do it, man, but I'm thinking that at least 75%, 80% of the population can do that if you have that. Like I don't know, y'all. I'm just saying, if I had that, I'd be the finest dude on the planet. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be honest with you. If they reboot everything, I'm almost down with them bringing in a younger Batman. Because if they're going to start it over again, bring someone in new that's going to be there, someone that can be there for a good 10, maybe 15 years. Like I like the kid from the redhead kid that's on that CW show. What was that? Riverdale? The one that played Archie? I like that kid. I think he's already, it's already part of the CW. So, it's already part of the same family. I wouldn't mind seeing him come in and play Batman.
I got you.
And he's young enough that he could be in there legitimately probably for a good 10, 15 years without noticeably aging.
Let me read this real quick. That won't work. The cast don't make no money outside of more. Aquaman made more money than Justice League and BVS. Got you. Now, Larry, I know we both like this show, Cobra Kai. Both love that show, right? Now you probably like, B, we talking about DC stuff. What the hell you talking about Cobra Kai, man? Like, I don't. I'm gonna connect it. I'm gonna connect the dots. I'm gonna connect the dots. There was one character.
I want to see you weave this in.
Yeah, there was one character in this show that stood out to everybody. He was a mainstay. His name was Miguel. You know what I'm saying? And with all these cancellations, this is one thing that they're not canceling that I'm happy about. And that's Blue Beetle. You know, this guy right here that was playing Miguel, he's playing Blue Beetle. Do you want them to get rid of that, or you want them to keep it?
I don't really know this character, so I don't have many feelings about it at all. So I just don't know this character. So
I got you.
I like the kid that plays Miguel. I like him as I liked him in Cobra Kai. So
right. Now you wait. Don't you watch Young Justice?
I do, but I'm far behind. You guys put me up on Young Justice. Yeah. I'm only on season 2 because the seasons are long, but things are like 27 episodes.
Right. So yeah, season 2 introduces Blue Beetle. Okay. And I will be honest with you guys, Blue Beetle is not my favorite character. He's kind of annoying to me in the Young Justice series. Also, where OneTakeBigDog at? I'm still confused on the big difference between Cyborg and Blue Beetle. I mean, they're both technologically taken over by robots and circuitry, so I'm just kind of it's hard for me to distinguish that. But I am still excited for Blue Beetle, not because of the character, but because of the character. I don't even know how to say his name. Zolo Maraduena. I like him as an actor, and so this does get me excited for Blue Beetle. And so with James Gunn, and Peter Safran coming in and them continuing the Blue Beetle movie series, that does get me excited. So, and
I want them to make some more DC villain movies or shows. I like their villains better. Their heroes are too goody two shoe most of the time, so I like their villains better. Like I would love to see them come in and make a Bane movie or a Bane series. That would be dope.
And did you want to see this Batman, a Batwoman or Batgirl or woman or whatever?
I want to see her, so yeah.
I got you. Interesting.
I mean, I like Catwoman. I haven't always been the biggest fan of Batgirl, but I'm not just throwing it away and just being like no, but I haven't always been the biggest fan of Batgirl. Just never really did anything for me. I
got you. So let me ask you this. If we were to get a Batman Beyond movie, like who would you want to be cast as Terry McGinnis? Or do you care? Can you think of anybody off the top of your head?
Man, off the top of my head, no, I can't really think of anybody that I'd want. That's just like jumping out at me.
Yeah, I had somebody in mind, but it's slipping me right now, So we'll just have to see, man. We'll have to see. But They taking over, man. That's Peter Safran on the right, James Gunn on the left. You know, he was dating the girl in Peacemaker. Well, I think they're either married now.
The one that the blonde chick.
Yeah, that's his lady. And so
right. I'm not mad at her.
Yeah, I'm not either. She was an attractive woman, you know. So I don't know, man. You got any more commentary on this DC shakeup, man? And
I will say this. I can't remember who it was. There was one of these actors or directors or something, one of these sort of old school big dudes that was saying that the people in the Marvel Cinematic Universe were not movie stars because people don't think of that. I can't remember who said it, but somebody was saying that.
Quentin Tarantino? Or
was that who said it? He was saying
recently
where he was saying people don't think of them as actors. They think of them as Thor, or they think of them as, as
and Anthony Mackie said it too. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, Anthony Mackie said it as well. But keep going.
Yeah, so they're saying it, but this is the thing. I think that is a good thing for the MCU. Because when I look at DC and I see the way that The Rock played Black Adam, I did not see Black Adam in that movie. I saw The Rock. I think that was part of the problem. I think there was so much focus on The Rock playing this role that it should have been about the movie. And I don't think it was always about the movie. I think a lot of it was about him. And I think if you had someone else who was not such a big name, it would have been about the movie. And I think that's where I think the MCU does really good with that. Even when they have some, because it's not like they don't have some big name actors in there. I mean, they have, Robert Downey Jr. was big when he did that, but he had his fall off for a while, then he came back up. But in large part, I feel like they find actors that are talented, that have some experience, but they're not made necessarily household names at that moment. And I disagree with the whole idea that they're not movie stars. I think they're movie stars just like anybody else. But I think the fact that people identify them with their character is fantastic for the MCU. When people talk about Black Adam, the first thing they say is The Rock. They don't talk about the Black Adam. They don't talk about Black Adam. They say The Rock. I don't think that's the case with anybody else in the MCU. I think everybody talks directly about their character first.
Already. Happy birthday, Rabia. Happy birthday, right. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Larry, before we head out of here, man, you see any lovely, lovely comments like the food is musty from Mara that we want to get into real quick? I've been trying to pay attention to comments saying like what the panelists is saying as well.
No, I think we covered much of everything,
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all of these articles are in the description box below. Got it from Deadline. That's IMDb. Didn't mean to bring it up, but also got this comicbook.com with Batman Beyond. The Batgirl directors talking. Also, Patty Jenkins as well. Oh yeah, and James Gunn, he talking about these tweets and stuff. Let me just read this real quick. So as far as the story yesterday, the Hollywood Reporter, some of it is true, some of it is half true, some of it is not true, and some of it we haven't decided yet on whether it is true or not. We all know we're not going to make every single person happy every step of the way. Well, we can promise everything we do is done in the service of the story and in the service of the DC characters we know you cherish and we have cherished our whole lives. As for more answers about the future of DC, I will sadly have to ask you to wait. I'm cool with that. We're giving these characters and stories the time and attention they deserve, and we ourselves still have a lot more questions to ask and answer. And he just left us with a dope-ass poster right there of a lovely team. And so I think, man, the DCU is in good hands. I understand some people can be frustrated because these articles also go into the frustration that a lot of the people that are working on this stuff right now, like, wait a minute, because, Henry Cavill just came out the other day talking about, hey, I'm back as Superman. Patty Jenkins talking about, hey, I can't wait to work on part 3 of Wonder Woman. And they changing it up on their ass, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I can understand some frustration, but at the same time, you want to move forward at full capacity, full potential, not handicapped because you're attached to some BVS that came out a number of years ago. So I think this is dope. Again, I think they should go with my plan because I'm right about everything, of course. I'm joking, but I would like them to reboot it, but keep the same characters. And y'all can, y'all hear what I say.
They need to. I think they really need to make these characters, the heroes, a little bit more complicated, because I always feel like the DC heroes are so straightforward and goody two shoe, and I just feel like on the Marvel side, there's so much more complicated. You have heroes like Deadpool and Killmonger, and you have people that are like Venom. You have characters out there that are, are heroes, but there's so complicated in a way that it's not easy always to root for them. It's not all. It's like you root for them, and sometimes you're like, can I root for this dude? He just did that. Can I still root for him? You don't really get that on the DC side. All the superheroes are sort of goody two shoe, and I find myself really at times connecting more with the villains because I find the villains are more complicated and oftentimes are sometimes doing good, sometimes doing bad, and you're like, ooh, wait, I'm supposed to hate this dude, but I kind of connect with him. I kind of get where he's coming from, I guess I want their villains. I guess I want their heroes to not be so straightforward.
Right on.
They're boring.
Right on. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is the final topic for today. We wrapped up on everything, and again, everything that we discussed is going to be in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. And again, guys, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to the Movie News Roundup show number 88. And we are live right now on YouTube at youtube.com/justmyopinionreviews, twitch.com/justmyopinionreviews. And also you can follow me and Larry on social media. His information is in the description box of this video and also on my channel tab. And since we're talking about Mr. Larry and on my channel tab, sir, why don't you let the good people know what you got going on your channel right now and any updates you have coming up, sir?
Oh man, just doing some reviews of stuff and trying to wrap up some things. I want to be changing up my channel a little bit in the new year. I have no idea what that change is going to look like, but things are going to be a little bit different. So we'll see where that leads me. But just more reviews and trying to get some of these products finished that people sent me so that when the new year comes, I can be done with it.
Already. Again, and Larry, thank you for being here, bro. I do appreciate it. It means the world.
Yeah, man.
It means the world to me. On my channel, let me give y'all some. Well, let me talk about this first. On my channel, just watch every video 30 times. I would really appreciate it. But no, if you want some reviews, I just posted other day my Emancipation review with Will Smith. I love the film. Dad, check it out. Also have my Devotion review on my channel as well, with your boy Jonathan Majors, another fantastic film. So you guys can check it out. When is that coming out? It's been out a couple of weeks. It came out end of November.
Oh, damn. It's in the theaters only, or is it on streaming?
I think it's still in theaters.
Okay.
I think it's still in theaters. So check both of those out right there. And again, if you want an audio-only version of the podcast of the live, and we got all that down right there as well. I will be seeing, again, Avatar Way of Water tomorrow, 7 o'clock. I will have my out-of-theater reaction as soon as I can. And then the next morning, Tuesday, I think at 11 a.m. or 12 a.m., excuse me, is the embargo when it lifts, so we can have our reviews. But I probably won't have my review out by then because I'll be tired and gotta work and stuff. Also, I'm watching Kindred right now. I finished episode 2 today. It's pretty straight. I'm very curious on how all this is working, how she's going back in time, and it's keeping me engaged. I'll say the least. I like the leads, the supporting characters that much. I don't really care for the actor, but yeah, I'm engaged with it's getting pretty serious, and so I kind of I'm eager to see how that's going to play out. Also, I'm getting my hair braided again. I know it's looking a mess, but I'm gonna get that braided in the middle of the week. I would have got it this past week, but it was raining all throughout the week, and I didn't want to be in the rain. And plus, I was sick, and I didn't want to be coughing and sneezing and all that on other people and all that stuff. And so even when I go to the movies tomorrow, Avatar, it is a critics only screening. It's probably going to be 20 people, 30 max in the theater, and so I'm happy about that. So just FYI, you know. And
careful, man. There's all kinds of stuff floating around now. You got the flu and that RSV and the Rona. Everything's floating around out there nowadays.
Yeah, they're not letting us bring guests tomorrow either. And so I can see it Monday and Tuesday, but I may not go on Tuesday because it's gonna be a crowded theater. But
let me ask you, have you reviewed Wednesday? Because I didn't see a review for it up there.
I haven't reviewed it yet, man. I gotta finish it.
Okay.
I'm still on the first episode, but I heard it was nothing but good.
Yeah.
And watch RRR. I'm gonna try to get a review for that, man. Yeah, we talked about it the other day. Elliot was talking about it, man. It's only the best movie ever. Elliot, Larry, you will love the movie. Like, what am I like? Knowing you and stuff that you like, bro. You're gonna be in that, and you're gonna hit us up at 4 a.m. I just finished it, guys. It's amazing. Seriously, let me ask you this: Did you like Kung Fu Hustle?
I did.
Did you like Shaolin Soccer?
I don't remember.
Even if you didn't like those, you're gonna love it. But if you,
it's in the theaters or it's on streaming?
No, it's on Netflix right now.
It's called RRR.
RRR.
All right, let me see it.
Rise, Revolt, something. It is badass. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, that's Larry, and that's Just Our Opinion. Peace out. And we'll see you next time. And don't forget that Derek Jackson sucks.